I know many people out there aren't blessed with loose hips like I am. I'm able to just throw a head kick up, no big deal, no limitations from my hip flexibility. But for everybody out there who wants to improve their ability to lift their leg up to, let's say, hip level, chest level, head level, today's video is going to be a follow along training session to help you open up those hips. What do you need? Very simply, a chair and a little towel that you can place over the edge of the chair so you don't hurt your leg as it sits up here and we work on our drill. So thank you to everybody today who is joining for the episode, who is going to work on improving their kicking ability by loosening up those hips. I want to take a moment and thank the sponsor of this episode, X Marshall. I'm rocking one of their t-shirts today. They have an amazing assortment of apparel, training gear, equipment. Be sure to head over to X Marshall. I've linked their website in the description down below. Take a look. You will definitely find something you want to add to your training bag or just some apparel that you're going to want to wear when you're out in the world. Now, in terms of maximizing your ability to open up your hips and really get good at kicking high, today's video is going to be fantastic, but I also have another one which you can click on after or right now, and you can check out some of the other drills which will help you improve your head kick abilities. But for now, hopefully you have your chair. You have your towel on top just to make sure it's not too rough on the ankle. And we are very simply going to start off and just start working on opening up those hips. So the first thing I want you to do is place your foot in a front kick position on the chair. From here you should feel this is super easy, no difficulty. Be very aware of what your bottom foot is doing. It should be pointing right off to the side, 90-degree angle from where you would be looking when you kick. Now, what we want to do from this position 10 times is we're going to open up that pivot. The foot that is pointing to you is going to turn towards the back wall, away from my kicking leg. And as I do that, I'm going to rotate the kicking leg into a round kick. And then I'm going to undo that and bring it back. And even with my flexibility, I can still feel the challenge here. But this will not be our final drill. This will just be one that we do to warm up the hips and hopefully lengthen everything out. So let's do 10 counts per leg. 1, take your time, no rush. 2, when you pivot on your standing foot, bring the weight to the ball of the foot, disconnect the heel. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And switch legs. And what you should notice as I do this is I transition my hands from this position down to a proper round kick position to make sure I'm practicing the correct motion over and over. Let's go to the opposite leg now. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And in terms of that being too difficult, if for some reason you are trying that and you're going, shoot, this is really hard, what you can do is try and find a chair that's a little bit lower. Or instead of using the back of the chair, you could actually just put your heel on the seated area, the area that you'll sit on. Instead of using this part, you're going to use this part. Your leg will go that much lower. And again, you can practice the same drill turning over side to side. But some people might be going, well, that was super easy. So we need to advance this a little bit more to continue to challenge everybody out there. So now what I want you to do is we're going to come up. We're going to turn over. Now from here, we're actually going to do a little squat on our standing leg. And we're just going to drop, and you should feel an increase through the groin and the hip, in the flexibility, in the stretch. And then we'll unpivot and come back to our front kick. I just want us to do this 5 times. Ready? 1, and drop, and return. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And lift that leg up, other side, and 1. Ooh, squeaky chair. 2, 3. That's annoying. 4. There we go. 5. Now what you should be noticing as you get that drop is everything kind of increases and stretches out that much more, which will make it extra challenging. But let's continue to make this difficult. Let's go from this position to a round kick position to a drop position, and then raise the leg up, drop down, and return. All of that in one swift motion. And 1, down, lift the leg up, and flip. And if on the off chance, when you get to your round kick and you're going, oh, I can't even lift my leg, it's not a matter of can you lift it, it's a matter of trying to lift it, starting to engage the hip muscles there, the glutes, to pull out. So when you lift and you're going, oh, I can only lift that high, that's fine. Just do that. And returning to the count, 2, turn, drop, raise, and back to the front kick. 3, 4, and 5. I put my shoes on because I thought it would challenge me a little bit more, but it's actually kind of annoying because they're squeaking. So I'm going to flip these off and we will go to the left foot this time. Okay. Squeaky shoes for some reason. All right, left leg, and 1. Oh yeah, much easier to lift my leg now without that extra little half pound. 2, 3, 4, 5, and back. Now, what I want us to try and do for a finisher, and keep in mind that these drills, we're not going through a whole 20-minute workout here or a hip opening, series of drills. I'm showing you things that you guys can work on your own, and we're just testing them out quickly, giving you an idea of what I think somebody who's very tight through the hip should be doing. And then once you've done all that, you can refer to my other videos where we really focus on lots of kicks, utilizing the chair for balance. But if you're not at that point yet, this is your first video, and that one will be your second. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to hold the chair for balance. We're going to go from our front kick position, and we're going to turn and unturn. But now we don't have the benefit of the chair holding our leg up. We have to do that on our own. If this is too difficult at the height I just mentioned, then instead of being here, you go down to here. It's a struggle. You've got to open the hips up, try and maintain, and flip back. And we're just going to do 10 of those. And you should feel the muscles flare up, but also hopefully feel a little bit more fluid than before because we've opened the hips a little bit. Let's do 10 counts. Extend the leg out, and 1, and bring it back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And what I'm going to do for the last one is I'm going to get rid of the chair and see for those guys out there who want even more of a challenge, if it's possible to do it with nothing. Never tried this before. We're going to flip from an extended front kick to an extended round kick with zero balance, or zero balance assistance, and just try to utilize the hands in the correct position and use the muscles to hold us up. Remember, this is all reliant on the pivot foot executing at least a 90-degree turn back and forward. So let's get 10 counts on the opposite leg. Again, if you need the chair, definitely utilize that. Leg up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, work my balance here, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So remember, this is not just one video to follow along with and poof, you're going to have it all sorted. You need to go to that other video, which I mentioned at the beginning, where I'll actually throw that in the description below as well, where you practice on using some other stretching exercises to open up the hips. But if you complement it with the drilling we did today, and the video, I call it like a Jean-Claude Van Damme follow along training session, where we just work like boom, 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 lots of kicks. Sorry, I have to go slow because my knee's injured right now. But either way, if you put all that together, you will 100% feel an improvement in your head kick abilities. And that's all for me, guys. I want to call it there for today. I have other things to do, and I want to make sure that I have time to go and work out. If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a like. If you have not already, join the channel, get subscribed. Be sure to look down in the description. Head over to xmartial.com, check out all the gear, and thanks again to them for sponsoring the episode. As always, guys, train hard, and I will see you back here soon for another video.